All right, we're rolling, you lazy piece of shit. Oh my God. I've been calling you since you were a child, a lazy piece of shit. How much harder have you worked in your life than I have? Jesus Christ. I am the laziest. I call everyone a lazy piece of shit, and I'm the worst. Where are you? It's shocking to see you at home and not at work.
I know, man. This is horrible. I'm Rich. I mean, this is some crazy stuff, man.
What's going on? You're looking over here. You're like crooked to me. I'm looking at, there you go. There we go. No, turn your face. So you're look at your screen. So there we go. There. You looking at your phone?
This is horrible. I mean, in all my years of hospitality, I've never seen something this crazy going on. I mean, takeout that's not our thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me tell them who you are. So this is Lenny COMMARE, old family friend. One of his father's actually one of my closest friends. I'd say that in Florida, definitely. Sicilians, they've owned and still own the best Italian restaurants in Orlando, going way back for the last 25. I don't even know how many years at this point. How long's your dad?
My father, I think he's been cooking for like 40 years.
Yeah,
15, 20.
So we started actually hanging out in an Italian restaurant owned by some other friends, and then Stefano started on as a chef. So I was able to meet him at a very young age in the late 80s. And then I've been kind of hanging out with him ever since. Lenny at the time, his son here, was probably, I don't know, 7, 8 years old, maybe younger.
Yeah, I remember you being jacked.
You want a piece of this now? You want it all? I don't think you want.
This is skinny Rich. I mean, I remember huge,
I know.
Like you had to turn sideways to go into the doors.
Oh, my God. Your dad used to love when I was bigger. I said, someone popped me with a pin. I tell your dad all the time. I used to be a lot heavy. You used to hang on my arm.
Yeah.
What's interesting is you and then Vincenzo, who owns Vincenzos, two of the top Italian restaurants are some of my closest friends, which I love very much. And
how is Vincenzo's doing?
They shut down last week. Yeah, so they shut down too. They don't do any, like even takeout orders or any of that.
Same with us, man.
Yeah, they're more, you know what I mean? They're more fine dining, that and chow. But you both were like 7, 8 years old and would hang on my arm like his little boys. I wish we would have took photos because I was so heavy and big then. And then obviously you guys grew up to be hard workers, take over the family business, and I've done nothing ever since. You guys are kicking it in the ass. Let's put it that way. So they opened another Italian restaurant they used to own originally, Sorrentos. El Pescatore. Then actually the Trattoria, right? Your family.
That was the first restaurant. Yep.
Yeah, the Trattoria on Lee Road, or was it Aloma?
Aloma.
That's right, Aloma in Winter Park.
Yeah.
That was the first.
We got too big, and then we need to expand. And then, ironically, where my father used to work, he I guess the business failed.
Yeah, it just changed, obviously.
And, it changed without my father being there, and my father bought it after that. And then I think Pescatore's is what really put us on the map, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my heart is still in that place. I go there. I have espressos with Tony all the time.
He needs a slap in the face if I see him. I got to go see him, too.
I
we all should just bombard him one day, like all 20 of us.
We should. He still has the same carpet down, too.
He is that dirty caveman. He's a goddamn. I hope he sees this. I'll call him a caveman to his face.
Good.
So that was downtown Orlando. That's where we originally hung when it was Sorrentos. But then after Stefano left, truthfully, a lot of people followed Stefano. Even though we were still friends with the family, the dynamic changed. And when Stefano, like I said, opened his first place, the Trattoria, it kind of was, our next home, I guess you could say. And then he came back home to the original place we loved. And then he sold it. That son of a bitch. That was our spot. Your dad. What? He sniffed us all. So then he went and opened another joint. Yeah, then you went and opened a huge joint. What's that, Winter Springs?
Yeah.
What?
Huge.
It was a huge joint. Near no one. That all worked out for us, right? We all had to take helicopters to get there. in the middle of. Yeah, I had to go back to college at UCF so I could eat lunch there.
Yeah.
So then they opened that joint. Then he sold that joint. Now they have NONNO'S, which is basically it's Stefano. Obviously, he's a grandfather, so that's what he wanted to name it, right? Which was unbelievable name for him.
Yeah. Which I kind of like. NONNO'S is almost like pescatories. Like it's real small. We could concentrate on food. It's not really like huge, and it's not like a business kind of deal. Like we got to look at this as a business now, But like this is so much more easy to manage.
Right.
I mean, we have like 25 employees, so it's.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And you know what? You're back to being quaint again instead of the big joint. And also, it's in a great location. It's near the Altamont Mall on 436, which helps, I think.
Yeah.
For a lot of us, because I don't live anywhere near there, but the other place was a lot further out, let's say, and not near much. So my kids live in Maitland, so it's a perfect fit for me now. But my
Terry lives in Maitland? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she lives right. I mean, they live about 5 minutes from you, right on the outskirts, almost Altamont, right behind. What's that other Italian joint that I get the eggplant at once in a while? Antonio's.
Antonio's,
yeah, over there on 1792. They live right behind that.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so they got a nice little deli first floor bullshitty type Italian thing going over there.
I like the hat, man.
I know. I got a couple of these when I was in actually San Diego, Little Italy. Yeah, what do you got? You got that one? Oh, yeah, we were doing hats on Facebook. We're losers. What kind of attention are we looking for? Look.
Yeah, right.
I was on that. It was an Italian cruise, the MSC, a few months ago, and Rhea got me an MSC, but it's got the Italian flag right here. It's really cool. It's like a little small. I was going to wear that, but I forgot to. Anyways, so what are we going to do now with this?
I can't even get a haircut, man.
You need me to take care of it? Here, go with my look. I shaved because I was going to let this just get a kind of a beard. This went
kind of like this.
I looked like I was in a Quentin Tarantino movie where you could take and throw it over my shoulder, and it was gray. What the fudge happened? I don't look like if you look at Joe Janelle. I mean, he's a handsome, great-looking gray thing. Me, gray hair, pork chops, bald. It all went bad for me.
Yeah,
it did not go good. So what are we going to have now? What's going on with the restaurant industry? Give me a heads up. What's going on? Did they shut you down, or you just decided to dip? Pins told me a little. Joe Spaghetti told me a little bit.
So they told us we could only do curbside pickup, which they can't even come inside the restaurant. So to me, have you, Rich? You ever heard of like ghost restaurants?
I think I have, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, so ghost restaurants are like kind of everything's online, deliveries, Uber Eats and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think those are the only businesses like making out like bandits. And you got businesses like my sister's. She has her own drivers, takeout and deliveries, like primary, business. With us, we can't do like we could do pickup and takeout, but as far as curbside, we're not set up for this. No. It's just not our style kind of deal. So Altamont says we could only do curbside, and we're like, well, we don't want to do it. So we just close the doors down Sunday night.
And your sister. Oh, it's called Antonellas in Winter Park. It's a great pizza joint. Her and her husband, Frank, who's a great guy, legit. She was always kind of set up. This almost fits her format better, much smaller restaurant. And this is kind of what they like. So
she actually had to hire people on because she was doing like more business than normal. Right. And then they're doing crazy stuff. You know how my sister is. She's like marketing genius.
Yeah, she's creative.
She's like, you buy 2 pizzas, you get a toilet paper. You buy 2 wings, and you get sanitizer.
She's a lifer like you. You guys are born and raised in the industry at this point.
Yeah.
She went to school for that. I mean, she knows her shit, your sister.
Yeah.
They're hard
And she's
workers, man.
involved with all that leadership programs. She's on the Rotary Club,
Yeah.
Chamber of Commerce. So she knows how to mingle, you know.
Yeah, and she's I mean, talk about a beautiful location. She's basically just 2 blocks from, if you know anything about Orlando, Winter Park. And I guess it's Aloma again, but it's also what, Fairbanks, basically?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
Fairbanks, and basically it's not Park Avenue, but she's so close to that. Well, unbelievable. What I would have never expected this. Are they telling you, because is it just like, as far as sit down inside, are they giving you any information? They think a month, 2 months, or is it just indefinite? How's that going? Like, what's the state telling you, or the government in general?
Everybody that we talk to is saying 2 weeks. I doubt that, Rich.
Yeah, me too.
I think we're talking about 30 days here. But I mean, that could be dramatic right now.
No, I
I'm
think
just
that's honest.
preparing for the worst, you know?
Yeah, and you don't take time off. You guys are always working. The only time you've ever had off is when you sell a restaurant, and you never stop
I feel
working.
like I'm in jail.
And that's crazy considering when you're working, you're like, in a kitchen like an animal. That's the real prison. You feel more comfortable in 120 degrees, sweating to death, getting burned all over the place.
Oh, definitely. Absolutely.
Yeah, me and you are the opposite. I got to sit down and relax and make fun of everybody doing whatever they're doing. Oh, my goodness. What a crazy time. The good news is, like you said, it's a small joint probably, and I'm sure maybe not, but the strip center you're in will work with you. It's not like the big joint, you know what I mean, where you had a huge staff. Rent was probably a lot more, just a whole different, I think, right? To balance, take some time off. It's just got to be simpler than it was, right? From your previous restaurant?
Yeah, it is a lot more simple. I mean, we got the history, we have the clientele, they follow us and stuff. So I think, we're not really scared. We just don't know where this is gonna, go. This is like, it's just like, what do we do? It's like,
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what your dad's gonna do. He's gonna fish.
And he just called me. I just got off the phone with him before you called me. He's like, "Are you on your way or what? Are you coming? You coming?" I was like, "I don't know. I mean, that place in Melbourne is like a retirement community. Stay away from Corona."
It's hilarious. Your dad is such a good fisherman, legit, from Sicily, that when he shows everyone photos of all the fish he catches, like, everyone gets jealous. I don't know if I told you that last time Greg looked at fish, because he fishes. He spends all the money, he travels with fish. He's got the clothes, the whole thing. He looks at your dad, all of the fish he catches. He goes, "I am the worst fucking fisherman on the planet." He was like, "I don't know what I'm doing." All right. Well, that's really all I got for you today. I just want to get a heads up. I know a lot of people are just from your perspective, I haven't talked to Vinny from Vincenzos or Josephine from Derek Chow or anybody else.
What are you doing as far as the gym, Rich?
I kind of break in my townhome apartment complex gym. They don't want us there, but I still go there. I know this sounds crazy, but all the gyms were closed. But we have a gym here in our complex over here. They shut the air off like assholes, so it's 100 degrees in there. And I just basically go in there, open the doors, and work out. They only have basically dumbbells to 50 pounds, and they have a Life Fitness cable crossover, some ab equipment, and like one leg piece. And that's really all I could do. And I've been doing a lot of walking, and I may start doing some more yoga, but that's been holding me over. Let's put it that way.
About to get my fat ass on a bicycle, man.
Where are you gonna go for pizza? You're gonna go pick up a takeout order? Is that what you're gonna do? Pretty soon we're all gonna be working for your sister as drivers.
Honestly, yeah. I'm about to call her after 2 weeks. Are you hiring?
Yeah, right. You pull up there with the Uber Eats, now you're working for Uber Eats through her. Oh my God, what a crazy lifestyle. Well, say hello to your mother, your wife for me, and everybody. Like what we're doing.
I will, Richie.
This is the perfect time to do these. Oh yeah, the podcasts are perfect. Nobody's doing anything. Anytime I reach out, like, "Hey, I got to do a podcast," they're like, "Yeah, I'm in." I'm like, "This is beautiful." Before I'd had to go a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But thanks for doing this so quick on the fly over here, spontaneous. I got to get all of us like the Brady Bunch. Me, you, Joe Spaghetti, Janelle. I'll get Miguel, Bubba Chicken.
We should. That would be a blast.
Your dad, we can't get on here. He won't stop. Nobody will get a word in edgewise. We got. Actually, nobody will be able to talk. We'll just hear one fishing story after another and make everybody feel bad. Oh my God, that's it. So you got to get in shape. Get your ass in shape. You got a great body. You just got to lose the stomach, you fat bastard. You got everything. You just eat. You know what? We're very similar. We love eating. We mainly only eat Italian food, right?
Yeah.
But you burn off more calories working hard. I just burn off more calories at the gym. You got to flip it around a little bit. So
that's what it is. It's what, calories in and calories out. Pretty much, right?
You work hard. I mean, you'd probably be shocked you'd probably know how many steps you take, how much. I mean, just everything you do is so physical. It's just probably your food intake. And I don't even think you eat it. I've seen you eat. It's not that you eat a ton, but maybe it's just certain types of food. Because I know sometimes you want to lose weight. We all do. But maybe it's just the times you're eating and the way you're eating, if that makes sense, and quit smoking like a jagoff. Maybe that would help too.
Yeah.
You don't start vaping. If I see you with a vape, I'm going to shoot you. I'm just telling you straight out in the back of the alley. If I see a vape touch your lips, I hope you go to cigars like the rest of us, and then we all die. We all die of lung cancer together.
I'll definitely do a cigar, though.
Yeah, we got to meet up. They shut down Corona Cigar. Not that I go there, but a lot of guys do.
Wow.
They shut that down, too, because all these – I guess they were all sitting on the benches. They wanted them to separate, and they weren't. That's it, my friend. So I'll touch base with you. If we do cigars at Pizzani's place at his penthouse, we'll just all get Corona together and smoke. That's all we can do right now.
Let's do it.
Like we got something else going on.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
All
right, brother.
Rich.
I'll talk to you later. Say hello to everybody for me.
I will. Take care.
All right, bye.